What's going on, guys? This is Cast One on You again from Face Down Games, coming at you with a part 2 to my Survival for Noobs video. So, last video we went over how to level your home base. I also told you in that video to save your survivors, save your schematics, all the stuff that you're not using, hold on to it. The reason why is because we're going to farm some survivor XP with it. There's two ways to do that. Now, you can run missions in the game, and you can do that like you normally do, and wait till your survivor XP stacks up and then go ham. Or you can take all that stuff you sat on that you've been holding for, you know, a month and a half or two or some whatever, however long you've been holding on to it. I mean, as long as you have a decent amount of survivors stacked up, or a decent amount of schematics that you're not using stacked up, you know, you can do this. The requirements of it, though, is you need 50 people. So if you go over here to your resources, it'll tell you how many people you have. Unfortunately, I only have 31 because I just got done doing this. Because, like I told you, this is how I farm my XP. But you need 50 people per transform. So when I told you last video that we were going to get into transforms, it was going to be a different video. This is that video. This is how you farm survivor XP without having to run a mission every single time. So you go in here to your transforms, okay, and then you look for your permanent survivor transform. Now, most of us who have bought the game received a permanent survivor transform. Probably rare, which is this one here. Or if you bought the Ultimate Edition, you have the Epic one. This is a better method for people who have the Ultimate Edition to use the Epic transform than it is to use the rare. The rare will do the same thing, but it's not going to allot you as much. Okay, so let's get into it. So first thing you want to do is you want to open up your survivor transform schematic, preferably your Epic. But if you have rare and that's all you have, then we can do it with your rare. Now, what the transform does is you have to fill up the bar. This little bar here on the right. You fill that up, and once you max it out, you'll get rewards from it. So for right now, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to utilize some lead survivors that I don't use. I had some epics in here, but I already used them to do this. So we're just gonna go with it. So each one of these allows you 16 points. So you got 16 points. We're gonna keep filling it till that bar is full. All right, so our bar is maxed. Okay. So if we transform this right now, if I had 50 people and was able to transform this, my return would be 1 epic survivor and 4,500 survivor XP. So now if you were doing this with just epics, it would only take 2 epics to do this. But because, again, I don't have any epics sitting on me right now on my lead, and my lead survivors, this is what I got. But I'm still getting that XP, and I'm still getting another epic survivor. So let's back out of that. Let's start this over. So we're going to go back in, and now I'm going to go to my regular survivors pane. Alright? I don't use any of these survivors. Yes, they are legendary, and yes, everybody who comes into the game that's new is like, oh my god, it's a legendary, oh my god. You know, we know. But this is what you use them for. Because ultimately you're going to find stuff that you like better than other stuff, and you're going to be sitting on crap that's just going to sit there, that's going to take up armory space, and you don't know what to do with it, and you're just going to end up, you know, scrapping it for XP. That's okay. Scrap it for XP. But scrap it for XP this way. Because if you do it this way, the return is better. Now, one thing I do have to note is if you do it like this, say you have a 4-star survivor that you're wanting to get the XP from, be aware, you do not get the materials vested. So like the rain, the pure drops, the lightning in the bottle, you know, the XP, all the shit that you put into these survivors that level them up to their level, you will not get back. You will, however, get just the XP back, but you won't get the rain, you won't get the lightning. You know what I mean? You won't get that stuff. Anything physical items, you know, are in-game physical items that you had to spend to level besides the XP, you will not get back. So let's just make that very clear, because I don't want to make that mistake of you being like, oh well, we get this. No, we don't get that back. We just get the survivor XP. So this is best to do with unleveled survivors. Now, mind you, you don't get any better Survivor XP because he's leveled. So it doesn't matter. Use level 1s. It doesn't matter whether they're legendary, epic, rare. It doesn't matter. Use level 1s. Don't use anything that's leveled. If you want the raindrops, the pure drops rain, and the lightning in a bottle and all that back, you know, then you're going to have to do it the good old-fashioned way. So anyways, getting into this to farm the XP, what we're going to do is we're going to go into we're in our regular Survivor pain as opposed to our lead. Because I don't really have any epics in my lead, you know, or legendaries, so let's just go where we got the big stuff. So we're going to put one of these in. It's instantaneously going to max our bar out. Okay? And it's going to give me 5,000 Survivor XP. It'll give you 5,000 Survivor XP if you do it on a rare transform as well. The only difference is you're only going to get a rare Survivor out of it. This gives you at least an epic, which is where you want to, you know, you don't want to really have anything lower than an epic in your Survivor squads anyways, so this is kind of why using an epic is a little bit better. Ultimately, if you're just using the Survivor transforms for farming XP, then the rare will work just fine for you. So I put this in there, and my bar is maxed. My return on this is 1 epic Survivor, 5,000 Survivor XP, and the requirements are 50 people. Okay? And that's it. You transform it, boom, you get the fucking Survivor XP, you get a fresh epic Survivor that you can utilize yet again in some more transforms. So you just keep this process going and going and going until you're done with people, till your people is empty. Okay? Once your people are empty, by the time you're done doing this, you're looking at sitting on anywhere between 150,000 to 250,000 Survivor XP if you're utilizing 1,000 of these people. Like if you max it out at 1,000 people and you got enough shit stacked to where you can keep doing this until your people are empty, you're gonna sit on a good 200,000 XP for doing absolutely nothing, just not getting rid of your shit and pressing a couple buttons, and you'll be good to go. So that's the basics of it. So you can play with it and mess around with it and try to learn a little bit more, but that's the basics. A lot of people don't know about this. So I use 2 epics and it gives me a full bar with 5,000 Survivor XP and an extra epic Survivor. So you're not losing anything. Basically, you're getting double the XP that you, like if I was to get rid of this without doing the transforms, I'd only get 2,500 XP. So you're getting double the XP plus 1 back, so you're only losing 1 and getting double the XP. It's the best way to do it. The biggest hassle of this is stacking your people, and there is a way to work on that as well. To keep your people up every night when you get done playing, or whenever, you know, like once a day, come in here to your squads, go to your expedition squads, and you want to run this this mission right here. There's only one, and you want to run this every day. Very simple. Keep your people up. Alright, so your slot bonuses here for today is a soldier and an outlander. So we're going to find a soldier to put in that sucker. At least a decent one. So I'm going to put in my Love Ranger Jonesy. He's leveled at 106. Put him in the slot. I don't use him. He just sits there. I can't get rid of him because he's a permanent item. So this is what I use him for. And I'm going to start my expedition. In return, I'm going to get 30-40 people. You do it once a day, plus the missions that you do. If you do Survivor missions, you're getting people on Survivor missions. So, if you need people, farm Survivor missions, farm the people missions in the expeditions. As of right now, the only expeditions that I can tell you that are worth a damn are going to be those people expeditions, and these really, really high ones down here. This cliffhanger one is pretty good. Get you some good stuff. So, but the people one is the one you want to do all the time. So if you can do it once a day, do it once a day. It's what's going to keep your people up. You want to stack your survivors as much as you can. Doesn't matter. Green, blues, whites. I mean, you can see I have whites and greens and blues and purples and oranges. So I've got all kinds of them. You know what I mean? So it just happens if you only have 1 purple, but you still need to max that bar out. You got some blues to sling in there, or some greens and a finish topping it off, and it'll get you that XP plus another, you know. So that's the basics of it. It's super simple. Not a lot of people know about it. So I figured, because I've had a lot of people asking about the leveling, you know, how you level your home base, blah, 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 and how is your level so high? Everybody's so crazily excited about Cast 1 on You. How did you get there? What did you do? This is what I did. I farmed Survivor XP missions, and I transformed survivors. That is how I got my Survivor XP. I made sure that I matched my personalities. I farmed the Survivor XP. I leveled my shit up. And that's where I'm at. Okay? So, but that's all I got for you. Thank you for tuning in. My name's Cast 1 on You again. I stream every night on Twitch between 8:30 and 9:30, depending on scheduling, at my home. You can find me at www.twitch.tv/FaceDownGames. That's FACEDOWNGAMES. I look forward to seeing you guys there. Until next time, Fortnite all night.